looking at him right now.
Oh,
I meant me.
What I don't know won't hurt. Now, how's your night been on Holly?
Good so far.
Yeah.
Nothing really memorable besides probably someone on my own team kicking me with a soccer ball. But that's what I get for just picking anyone who's around to play in the game. So probably deserved it.
You've had a good night overall, though?
I definitely enjoyed it.
Enjoyable land? Because you don't land as much as you used to, obviously.
No.
Is that employment, or you've just moved on? You're starting to get older.
Essentially, it is a little bit of employment as well.
Yeah.
And I just think due to the competitions and things that are run, I just don't enjoy it as much as I used to.
So they're not running the right competitions for you? Is there, like, what do you prefer to be playing?
I think for me, but I'm quite jaded. So essentially, the games that I'll play will be all the old ones that I really still enjoy.
Yeah.
The good game, the good aim, and things like that. So all these new games that you find. They're not based on the same, they're more console orientated.
Yep.
So they've sort of dumbed it down, and I don't enjoy that sort of aspect of it. But as you can see by this rancid game I was just playing.
I've had a few people say that games are being dumbed down, and I know in particular you like to play games of a higher skill, perhaps, where you actually have to focus on what you're doing.
Sorry, I think I was thinking on my ear.
where you actually have to have a measure of skill to actually play it. Like, you don't like where the aim's done for you, where the crosshair's already there and stuff like that. Like, you actually like to have to put some effort into what you're doing. And which is obviously why you're playing, you're playing the new Quake Live tournaments tonight and things like that. Where there's
some things I still enjoy, even though obviously not at the adept skill level of some people, but I enjoy those games here.
And that would be why perhaps Quake 4 never took off competitively. Really, is that right? Like, it was just too easy, perhaps, instead of Quake 3, or is that just?
I think there are a lot of underlying problems with Quake 4. What there was. Just when it came out, the base version was absolutely horrifying. There was a lot of things broken that needed to be patched and fixed before it was an actual competitive sort of game.
So I found it odd that Quake Live was really Quake 3 online, where instead of being Quake 4 online.
So that's probably the pinnacle of it. A lot of people enjoyed the Quake 3 experience.
I mean, I'm crap at Quake 3, but I still do enjoy your fake laughter is noted, but but I still enjoy playing it because it is really it's a very easy but still enjoyable, and yet it still allows for people to be much better at it through mods and things like that, which Quake 4 never really allowed for.
Yeah, you've got all those different game types. As you said, you've run comps like the jailbreak comps and insta-gives, and there's even the defrags and things like that.
How did you find the quality of the competition you were in with tonight? Like, in terms of, I know we didn't pull in a lot of people from interstate for it, but we did pull in a few people. Like, there was 24 competitors.
SA is probably the best turnout you could have hoped for. From playing online and knowing the other guys, I think the people that you got here tonight were probably much the best competitors that you could have for this stage.
And how did?
I think it's just a shame that it's probably Quake Live instead of Quake 3.
Well, that's true. I actually wanted Quake 3 to begin with. But the guy that we had run it, he wanted to do Quake Live, obviously, and that's his baby.
And the audience and everything like that, and it's quite easy, as you said, to get into. So it does pose that problem with Quake 3 and everything. Everyone needs all the files, whereas Quake Live, you just up and run.
And what did you think of the SteelSeries Arena?
I really enjoyed that. Yeah? I mean, I'd been yahooing for something like that for a while now with related events. I know a few other not smaller, but a lot bigger events, but they have a smaller competitive size. We'll have something like an arena for spectators to enjoy. I still think a lot of people probably should have been let up back and all of that as well.
Yeah.
On stage, they should have been down the audience.
I think that's something we'll police for next time for sure.
The PAs and sort of things you could hear as well during it, just due to where it was located, those things could help. Other than that,
I think it's a learning experience for us. We wanted to see if we could do it. We wanted to make sure that we could set up something and show other sponsors perhaps that we're serious about what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I run Reloaded, but I'm more or less trying to find a competitive footing for it where people actually view us not as a nationals, because we never try to set that up, but we want people to view this as a destination for people to come to for gaming. And I mean, yes, our CSS comps have had no end of problems over the years, but I think Quake went okay tonight in terms of, and I think it's a great footing for next year, and I'd like to boost the prize money for that, perhaps, and try and get more people from interstate, get that organised earlier. Really push that out.
I wasn't here for the first comps that went on during the day, but it looked like quite a few new people down there as well to have a bit of a gander and look at it from there too.
I think we're going to make our announcements in January for the competitions, and the prize money we expect to release for them. So Yeah.
I remember at WGT, one of the comps they had 10 provided mice from one of the sponsors. By the end of the day, there were 2 left.
Yeah, we had some problems with theft earlier, but in the end, I mean, you expect that, and a loss of 1 or 2 here and there, that's permissible. At one stage, we thought it was going to be like 3 headsets and stuff like that, and I was pretty ticked off with that, obviously. But
Are you sure you didn't find any outside that might have just picked the fight with the wall? I know a few of my mice have just like walked off of their own accord, and I'll find them outside or
we found all the mice. We ended up 2 headsets short. No, we ended up 1 headset short in the end, and 1 mouse mat. So that's not too bad for all the gear that we had. So what else have you played tonight? Obviously you lost at COD 4 just then, but
but I was pretending to be a blade of grass. I mean, I was playing COD 4 here, but I was those soldiers on acid, you know, in the World War II. Yeah. I was just climbing trees, pretending I was a blade of grass, and I think everyone else is doing the same. I couldn't see anyone in the game, so.
Forgive me for jumping around a bit here, but what?
I'm fine.
How far ahead have you? Like, what's the highest level you've played Quake at? Because I think Quake's your main game, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I've played 4. I quite enjoy Quake 3, but a lot of the comps they've run here. The first time I got into it was when they put CPL 2006, and that was when I've been playing maybe a week for the duels.
Yep.
So after that, I've never really got any forte in Quake 3 or seen any big Australian comps. 2008, 2007 they ran Quake 4 in Sydney for WGT. That was Australia-wide, they provided flights and everything. So essentially that was probably the level that I was playing at there, but I practiced in Quake 3. So I know overseas they ran Quake 3 instead of Quake 4, but for some reason the sponsors here wanted it that way.
Yeah.
So I think there really hasn't been a display of aptitude at that level 4 game that I quite enjoyed.
I know ASUS jumped at the chance to sponsor the Quake Live tournament tonight, and it went pretty well, so we're hoping to get similar sponsorship for that next year. Yeah, so I guess it's been a good night all round, and yeah, I'm happy to talk to you, and glad, sorry to have wasted your time, obviously, you know, 'cause you have better things to do. But,
yeah, I should be getting paid for this.
Well, you know.
I heard a few headsets are still there.
I'm sure.
Can we get away with a few more? Or?
I'm sure there'll be royalties in it for you down the track somewhere, you know. But thanks for your time, mate, and
no worries.
yeah, see you next time.